Hello, everyone, and welcome back to One More Match, the wrestling channel where we go through and we rewatch WWE ECW. We do love shit wrestling, and we love, it's a perfect mix of weird developmental and already kind of established guys, but also it's 2006, not 98, so. Even the legends are kind of like, fuck. Well, you want me to watch Sandman in WWE? Fucking hell, lads, keep it out.
See, again, we'll get more into it, obviously, when we progress through the shows. But it is very much like, here's Sandman, you watched ECW.
Yeah.
Sandman is like, okay, but does he have Enter Sandman so the crowd can go, X-L-I, enter. No, he doesn't have Enter Sandman.
No.
Okay, what does he have? Well, he has his cane, he has his beer.
Will somebody get him a beer? Eugene, give me a beer.
Because I think you have like Tommy Dreamer. Who, fair enough. Tommy Dreamer could still wrestle, even though he could never really wrestle.
Yeah, he was the best out of a bad bunch, right? Like, Tommy Dreamer was the best, most technically sound wrestler, probably in ECW. Well, I guess you could eat. There is some competition, you have RVD and stuff, but as like the most cookie cutter. If you put a WWE type guy, put him in ECW, it's Tommy Dreamer. So, but yeah, let's not divulge too much on this. Obviously today we're gonna review ECW One Night Stand 2006. Obviously, this came off the bat of One Night Stand 2005, which I don't know the exact numbers. I may as well just look it up now. But it did particularly well, and it allowed them to actually go ahead to, look for a TV deal, and obviously build up to One Night Stand 06, and obviously the debut on Sci-Fi on, like, the next Tuesday after this show.
The 13th, I believe.
But yeah, obviously it says, according to reports, many people backstage were happy with the way One Night Stand and many former ECW wrestlers that walked the pay-per-view described it as a fun event. 325,000 people bought the event on pay-per-view. That's pretty good.
Well,
That's honestly pretty good.
Also,
apparently, I don't know why we're saying this now, because I probably should have read it last time, but I didn't read the Wikipedia last time. Apparently, Chris Candido was supposed to wrestle Lance Storm, which would have made a bit more. I mean, it made sense in the way it was, but ultimately, still felt a bit off. But obviously, Chris Candido unfortunately passed 2 months beforehand.
It is a testament to time, because it's for a company, and I know people will go, but it's the third biggest company in the world. When it was WCW and WWE, it was not. If you think that, you're a moron, because yes, was it up there? Yes, it was the third company in America, third biggest company in America. But did it have the funds of WCW and WWE? No, no way. Paul Heyman will give you a high five, a hot dog, and $5. And that's all you get, and again, a pat on the back of you to get over the crowd. But what I'm saying is, like, if you did a WCW reunion instead of ECW, it would do numbers as well. Maybe not as much because, the lasting image of WCW 2000 and 2001 is Vince Russo alone. So, but I'm just saying, like, it's amazing for a small company, basically, because it'd be basically an Ashman the show. It'd be basically like if WWE went, we're doing ICW One Night Stand.
ICW.
Then
they decide to bring like fucking Grado. Yeah, you guys love Grado, right? Madonna in an arena. Lads, we couldn't get Madonna. Sorry.
Here's Sandman singing it.
Give me a beer. But yeah, it's
I can't do
stop,
the voice.
Please. The ears of the listeners have been blown out right now. But yeah, essentially, obviously, the last pay-per-view did quite well. Clearly saying, like, just below, well, I suppose roughly 225,000 buys. That's pretty good for pay-per-view. Just remember that pay-per-views are kind of at that time was obviously sold for like 40, 50 quid.
50.
Like for
I don't know
that
why.
that from that's decent sales. Like
I don't know if it was like that over here in the UK and Ireland, but I think pay-per-views were just $20 over here, or £20 in
yeah,
euros.
they were a bit more expensive. So, you want to buy WrestleMania? 40 quid. Fuck off. We're poor. What are you saying?
See, but didn't most of didn't all the B pay-per-views just air on Sky Sports,
Yeah, pretty much.
except for like your WrestleManias, your Royal
Yes.
Rumbles, and your you get it. So yeah, it is amazing. Like, glad to see it. I'm not prepared because I think the first episode of ECW is in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yes.
The first like 5 or 6, and I'm not prepared for that because then I'm going to have to listen to all the hardcore fans going, excuse me,
Yeah.
and be like, oh, boo, boo, this is not ECW. Oh, I want ECW.
Yeah, the ECW fans are the original pricks. They're just edgy assholes, and you know what? Don't want them. Don't need them. Oh, he's doing a 6-1. No. Fuck off. What are you doing?
We'll obviously talk about it later, but there's a spot involving Terry Funk and Mick Foley, and basically, if you want to know the spot, Terry Funk gets a 2x4. I don't know if he gets the match or what's her name, Beulah. Beulah gets the match. One of them gets the match, and they basically light the barbed wire on fire. And if we were doing it, we'd go, yeah, we have to put out the fire. So obviously they do the spot. He goes on fire. Foley goes on fire. Not literally on fire. It's just a bit of fire. They go through the flame. They get a fire extinguisher. They spray it out, and all the fans are like, boo, boo.
Well, they weren't actually doing that. I did make it up for a joke.
Oh, did you?
I won't lie. They didn't boo Mick Foley getting fire extinguished.
They probably did.
They would have. Had it been literally anybody else other than Mick Foley and Terry Funk doing that spot.
Man, you don't know the ECW crowd.
Yeah, me and the ICW crowd are tight. We're all homies back in New York. But yeah, what else happened at the time, Piggy? What was you wanted to bring up the game that came out at the time?
SVR 2006 came out about November last year. People who know that know there's a curse with the game and we'll talk about it when we get to the end of 2006. And if you want to know the curse, it's basically in 2006 there's a cutscene where Undertaker throws Eddie Guerrero into a coffin, and then Eddie Guerrero died. And then if you want to know the curse for 2007, it's basically there's a feud between Benoit and there's your Benoit mention. Quick, hide your wives, hide your kids, hide yourself. Yeah, basically Benoit and Taker have a promo, and Taker goes, "You have nothing to fear for when the inevitable comes, and your family will have no one to blame but you." So people for years, man, that's a curse. That was a literal curse. And I'm like, guys, it was a coincidence. Like, it was a coincidence, not a curse. Calm down. But yeah, that's the curse that kind of was with them two games.
Obviously, SVR06 brought in General Manager mode for the first time. And kept with the season mode as well. Probably started the I'd say the golden era of the wrestling games, honestly, because, well, season mode and general manager mode, two modes that were very different, but still acted like, were still fairly lengthy modes you could play. There was a lot of replayability because you could just play it differently, do a different character, go to SmackDown instead of Raw this time. There was a lot of variety in what you could actually do. 06 also brought out the Buried Alive match, which, haven't... When the fuck else was that in a WWE game? First time for that. The soundtrack, I'll be honest, don't remember much of the soundtrack of this. Some people might, but it's not nearly as good as the previous one, I'd argue. But it's an iconic SVR game, and pretty much it was the formula for what a lot of people see as the best ones. you know?
Yeah. Obviously, this game also came out on the PSP, and thanks to the Hidden Palace, I think it's called the Hidden Palace, whatever that site that has all the early builds of games uploaded to that. I don't know if I should be shouting out the website, but fuck it, who cares? They're not going to take me down. They uploaded an SVR06 early build from like June or July, and Ash's boy was in that game, Luther Reigns, and also Ash's boy, Maven, was in the build,
Yeah,
and
there we are.
they weren't in SVR06, but they were in the build towards the game, and yeah, so it was going to be Maven's second game appearance, but
I
he
mean,
was
let's,
released.
he's probably not that hard to make a Maven. He's bald.
No, it's not.
He's got no hair on him. He's got about one tattoo. And he's got eyebrows. That's all you need to do. It's not hard. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to make Maven, but regardless. Yeah, it was once again another thing in the good series. I think I played at 06 more than just the original SmackDown versus Raw. But, you know, I feel like most of us kind of went through that spat of playing them all and going like, whoa, this is great. And then slowly getting... And then after it changed to the WWE, then the year name kind of went, well, 12 was good.
12, I will say 12, 13, and 14 are good. And they are great games as well. Like the roster for 13 and 14 is fucking mental.
Yes.
Because you have like in 2K14, and I know he's DLC, so people are going to go, it's not the actual roster, it's downloadable content. Shut up. But in 2K14, you have like Scott Steiner, you have half the fucking NWO, you have like 30 years of WrestleMania, where you have all the iconic main events, excluding one. Obviously they couldn't get the rights to Steven Richards, so they couldn't include that free match that happened at WrestleMania 20.
10-year-old joke right there.
I was gonna say the Blue Meanie, but he's fat, so I can't. But yeah, I just think that I think from like 06 to 2K40 to 2K14, which people will go, it's 2K's best game. It's not 2K's game. They only licensed it. It was still made by Ukes and THQ. I don't care. I would always call it 2K14, but it's not a 2K game.
Yeah.
I still stand with the service should not be shut down for these games.
I mean,
know
who's running it though. You know,
WWE.
Like, why are they gonna keep fucking running the servers? Just buy the new game. It's like they usually give it a fairly long server. And they don't shut it down after 6 months and go, buy the new game. Who's hosting them fucking servers? What are they getting from it? They're not paying you. You don't pay to get on the fucking servers.
SVR07 servers are still up on the Xbox.
Well, good for them. Everybody buy SVR07. You fucking losers. Stop complaining about the servers not being up. They're a business. They can't keep them up for free. Who's paying for it beyond the initial money to buy the game? Because I'm fucking not. I'm not fucking paying for the servers. But regardless,
it's just golden period, and then obviously to me, the 2K games kind of meant more realistic. And to be fair, if you're into that thing, I don't mind. I just never really got into the 2K games. I had 2K15 on the Xbox 360.
2K15 is hot garbage.
No, on the PS4 and Xbox One, I think at the time, it was shit. But on the old gen that was before that, the Xbox 360 and PS3, it was decent enough game.
Yeah, but it was the slowest of the slow. And I also had the never-ending story mode where you fight Baron Blade. Oh, sorry, man, we just don't have anything for you. And you're like, I'm your world champion, motherfuckers. Nah, creative's not got nothing for you. What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? And then, just grind followers, and then you play the same 3-minute match where you hit your finishers, and then you win, then they go, sorry, lads, got nothing for you, but Baron Blade's causing up a stink sound. I'd always say that 2K19 is probably the best 2K game. I'd argue. And yeah, probably that's it. 2K23 was good. Didn't play the story. I think the current story modes need a bit of work. So, oh yeah, you got these branching storylines. It's like, yeah, but do I really want to just go, oh, you're not currently in a story, like press A to continue. Talk to this person and press A. You know, I'd probably prefer like the season modes where you just branch from storyline to storyline.
My one problem I have with the two, and I understand, is to get people into my faction, and it's going to be a little rant, but the one thing I hate, and I always see it, is because I watch wrestling YouTubers, obviously. The one thing I see, fucking loser. Look at me, pathetic.
Imagine watching wrestling YouTube.
Not cultaholic, not me.
Never us.
But the one thing I hate is you see all this my faction cards, and you get like WCW Scott Steiner, like Alexa Bliss, Firefly Funhouse, and it's like, okay, can you add your tires to the main game? No, you have to get my faction, and then with my faction you can get the characters. Oh, can I play them in Universe mode? No. What about action figures? No. Scott's no. You have to stick with 93 Steiner. Oh.
Yeah, that's one of them things.
I'm still sad.
At least what's the status just puts him in the game anyways.
He's forbidden. We can't mention him. He always gets banned for some reason.
I mean, he is putting content that they're not giving out for nothing, so.
I do hate how they put Scott Steiner 93 in 2K23. Who was to play as vanilla, bland Scott Steiner? I want fucking Ric Flair, you old bastard.
Well, there'll be mods. At least the models there.
True.
Yeah,
but
I suppose. Hey, is there anything else that we ought to talk about with the games here?
No. Do you want to do the how are we doing, or do you want to get straight into it?
Do we got anything interesting going on? Probably not.
No. I got a beer.
Let's get straight into the game. Not in the game, into the fucking show. And before we continue, just have to offer you the question. Who's going to give Sandman his fucking beer?
Well, find out later on.
Each time, give me a beer. Oh, Sandman, please. You're making a fool out of yourself.
See, Wrestling Bios has Steve motherfucking Blackman. We have Sandman and a beer. That's all. We're taking that gag. OSW has Pittons. This is our gag. So if you don't like it, give us a beer.
Can someone give Sandman a beer? No. So obviously we're kicking off One Night Stand. That started like Mike Tyson there. And obviously
baby.
We started off with Paul Heyman doing a promo, you know, like, oh, I'm the Messiah of the Extreme, the Rabbi of the Rebellion versus EC fucking W. You know, just same stuff. We got that promo last time, we got it this time. Did you write down any lines?
No, he's basically saying, yeah, tune into Sci-Fi where you got to see ECW. We're not going to be like that loser company WWE and Raw and SmackDown. Yeah. We're going to be edgy ECW. Tune in, please. We need to show Vince that this is a brand that can be
Sci-Fi Network. Wow.
Please. I know they want competition, but I would have absolutely lost my mind if he went, we're not going to be impactful like the other talent. We are going to be extreme. Obviously, TNA. Yeah. But they probably didn't want to do that. It would have made me laugh.
Yeah, but you know what, Piggy? Some say it's the best to avoid doing what would make you laugh, because you are mental.
But yeah, he just basically was just saying, this isn't Raw, this isn't SmackDown, this is EC fucking W. Tune in, please, don't say fi. I'm booking this shit until Vince says no, so let's fucking go. And you're like, oh Jesus, Paul, calm down, calm fucking down.
Yeah, he's about to like fucking have a heart attack. Stop fucking. No, it's good fun. And it's a great. It's to settle the night, obviously, and this is all true, right? This is all Heyman's still at the helm as well. He's still guiding the way for ECW. He's still in the booking rooms. He's trying to keep his vision of what he wants ECW to be. And it's just, well, it's a bit of a pendulum. Like, Vince Heyman, Vince Heyman, Vince Heyman, Vince. But, it is still very much ECW for now.
The problem is you can never book against Vince because, right, the thing is, if you brought Vince into a WCW locker room, for instance, you can book against Vince. If you again brought him into TNA, you can book against Vince. If you brought him into AEW, you can book against him. Does that make sense? Whereas you're booking against Vince in WWE, where Vince has all these goonies. I know this sounds very weird, but he has all these lackeys who basically go, yeah, Vince, that's a great idea.
Yes, man, yeah.
He's got all of his yes men. And then you have Paul Heyman, who's literally, guys. And then Vince like, Big Show, and then everyone else is like, yeah. And then Paul Heyman's like, how about that CM Punk? CM Punk? Guys, help me.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of people going to bat for him. It's a fighting battle. And unfortunately, later down the line, I'll spoil it. Heyman doesn't win.
No,
but let's not spend too much.
Yeah, it's just sad when you look at it in hindsight. It's like if someone bought watching Walford, you can still continue watching Walford. I should have said one more match, but fuck it, it was the first thing that came to my mind. But it's like if someone said we're buying watching Walford, and then they're like, but you can still run it, and then we try and give our views, and they're like, can't say that. You can't say that. You can't do that.
I've edited it. It's half an hour. We went for 3 hours. Well, the boss just doesn't like some of the things that were said, so it's just, tighten it up, boys. Good fun. But yeah, alright, so obviously we're back in the Hammerstein Ballroom in Manhattan, New York. Commentators for this evening temporarily is just Joey Styles. But the first match is going to be Taz, all out in yellow, got his massive fucking jersey on, got his towel, hiding his big bald head.
Is he bald at this time?
Oh, he's very bold. He's never not been bold, really.
Yeah, he just has a little top of hair.
Yeah. And obviously coming out is Jerry Lawler, who he's good at getting the heat no matter what. Like, good heat, bad heat, he's good at getting it. And obviously he comes out, looks disgusted because it's ECW. He walks over to the commentary booth, slaps Joey Styles, who nearly fucking falls down the set and breaks it. It's good fun. And obviously this leads to Jerry getting into the ring. The ECW fans, boo! Boo, fuck you, Jerry! You're a fucker! Joey Styles jumps on the back of Jerry Lawler, and Taz puts him in the Taz mission for a technical submission victory.
It was not a match to me. It was I would have loved to see him pile driver Joey Styles, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, I understand, because to give context, we didn't watch WrestleMania or the Raw that took place before this, and all the different stuff in between. But basically, Joey Styles went against WWE. I'm not good enough to be booked on. I'm good enough to be booked on Backlash. Something like that.
Was actually this time? I thought this was slightly after.
No, this was. I think this was around 06.
I thought he got drafted, and then he does that infamous shoot promo.
I thought that was 06.
No, yes, that was 06 entirely.
Yeah, and then that's why Jerry Lawler's feuding with him.
Yeah. That promo's incredible, though. The fucking, I'm not good enough to commentate Backlash. It's great. It's a great shoot promo. Like, for Joey Styles, who I would genuinely say isn't very good. It's a hell of a shoot promo. Absolutely nailed it.
But again, I'm not the biggest Joey Styles commentary fan. Like, because he's just, guys, welcome to ECW. This is what we're doing on ECW. Oh, look, he hit him with a clothesline, he hit him with another clothesline. Oh, no, look at this, look at this, look at this. Singing like, Jesus, Joy, you said about 50 syllables in 1 second.
Yeah.
Calm your fucking tits. He's not my comment, because my commentary is like Don West and Mike Tenay. It's like, Mike, look at this clown trying to get over, way. Or Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan, where they're both riffing off each other. Taz and Joy, you can't really rip off Joy Styles, or not rip off, but you can't really comment with Joy Styles, because Joy's doing, yeah, guys, yeah, close down.
Well,
can I get
I
my
would
word
just
in?
argue that I feel like Joey. I feel like he has his bits, and like he established them in early ECW, right? So he had his best bits, he had his best moments, you know. He has his spots, he has the cat fight, he has that, he has the fucking total elimination, he has that, you know. Not much else. But he has his phrases and he puts them in, but he doesn't make any new ones. So it's just kind of like we're retreading the best hits, and ultimately, just not, you know, he's that like smart like commentary guy, you know. Matt Striker's favorite commentator over here. Look at me, I'm a big fan of wrestling. Me sound. Who the fuck cares? But yeah, it's yeah, and it's just the match to kind of, it's setting up the theme of the night, because the theme is obviously WWE versus ECW, right? So obviously you have the Outsiders. It builds off the theme of last year, where you have the Outsiders versus the fucking originals. So, you know, you start to build up all these cool angles. But you also have established some new ECW guys. You know, Kurt Angle, now the Wrestling Machine, which is a great nickname and a great angle for the Kurt Angle character. You got, well, I won't spoil it, but you got everybody's favorite ECW champion. But we'll get onto that very shortly. But the next match we go into is Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton in a singles match. And let's just set the scene. Kurt Angle has been embraced by the ECW fan base. Like, he's wearing the shirts, he's got the mouth guard, he's got the gum shield. He's loving it in ECW. Well, probably not personally. He's probably not having a great time personally. Not the best time in Kurt's life.
No.
But he's fully embraced the ECW brand. He's got his weird remix theme where it's the boop. It's like, just so they can't say you suck. Which they wouldn't. It's ECW fans. They're too smart to say Kurt Angle sucks.
They did it last year, and look what happened.
Yeah. Their
and then you
mothers showed Kurt how to perform a blowjob. Golly jeepers, guys. Wow. Hell yeah. Just, PG channel now.
And then obviously you have like Kurt Angle who's like, yeah, ECW, EC fucking W, and then you have Randy Orton who's like, hey, fuck you.
ECW Jane, like, what the Randy just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, I said it whilst we were watching this, but Randy Orton just genuinely looks at all the crowd, and you can just tell that in his head he's just like, virgin, loser, virgin. You fucking stink. Have a shower, virgin. Like, if there's one thing that Randy's great at doing, and he's done it for many years and mastered the concept of looking like he doesn't want to be there. Because he looks fucking furious, like, these people.
Like I understand, like he's technically you wouldn't want to put him on the third brand, but I would have loved to see a Randy Orton WWE ECW run where he's just like,
Even if
God,
it's just like 3 months,
yeah,
where he has to fight like Sabu, Arvi, or Sabu, someone else,
Sandman.
Dreamer, Sabu, and RVD, and then they run him out of ECW. Oh, gold. Fuck me, can that sun fuck off, please? Scuppering up all my lighting. Oh, Jesus. Well, let's just not look at me right now, as this camera is dodgy as fuck. Fucking hell.
You all right, mate?
It's all good, mate. It's all good. But yeah, so obviously both make the entrance, and yes, Kurt is embraced by the fans, and Randy is disturbed to be here. Obviously, Randy has his Burn in My Light theme, and has the golden shower in the ring, which I do miss those fucking props. All the extra pyro and stuff that they gave to these entrances to make them look cooler. Like, it's sorely missed in today's wrestling.
Like, obviously, again, WWE and AEW have brought pyro back. WWE for the longest time were like, are you gonna do pyro? No, we're saving our money. But Brock's here. Oh fuck, give him the pyro. Give him the pyro.
Yeah, give him the fucking. He's shooting firework from his knob. That big Brock Lesnar.
And then obviously, if you watch like 2018 SmackDown, there was like this one episode where Edge came out and he's standing there and he's doing that and it's like, okay, here comes
it's coming.
And it's like, on this day, it's coming. Huh? Wait, what happened? What happened?
Can I not at least get Jimmy Chimmel? Tony Chimmel.
Jimmy Chimmel.
Jimmy fucking Chimmel.
Sounds like I'm banned.
Yeah, it's just Edge is like, can I at least not get Tony Chimmel to be like the rated R superstar? Just voice breaks, perfect stuff. But yeah,
like I love just to continue on the pyro. I fucking love pyro. I think but the one problem I have with pyro, that I didn't realize until I went to All In, is how loud the pyro is. Because I remember sitting in my seat, and then like some entrances would happen, so the FTR would come out, and then like boom, and I'm like, oh fuck, did a bomb go off? And it's like boom, and I'm like, holy shit, it's loud. Like I didn't realize how loud the pyro is until you're actually there, because it literally sounds like most of the party pyro that the ones that just explode up. They're the loudest as possible. Oh, hold on a second. I'll be back in 1 second if you want to pause it. So yeah, obviously, like when you're in an arena, you don't realize how loud the pyro is until you're there. And it's something that I miss in wrestling, because I love, like when Orton would have his little golden shower pyro. Yeah. Kurt Angle would have pyro as well. Probably still give it to Kurt.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio, everyone's favorite wrestler, had obviously the weird.
Had his golden shower as well.
Yeah, so like you never really see it in modern wrestling. I understand budget cuts and everything.
Well,
but come on, WWE.
Yeah, I do agree. It feels like, well, it's because WWE wanted everything to feel as grand as it possibly could, you know? And it felt like a lot of the attention towards all these big cool entrances did just go to Triple H, you know? Triple H needs his entrance. All right, 7 pyros, a motorbike, Arnold Schwarzenegger, fucking 3 skulls, a throne. It's like, yeah, do you want to share the load with this? Nah, only one Mania a year, baby. All Triple H. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's something that I gladly miss. Like, obviously people are going to go, but you didn't grow up in the Root Discretion era where there was pyro. But you did grow up in the PG era where there was pyro. Obviously, you don't need pyro for everything. Like, someone does a close thing, you don't want pyro going off.
I feel like everybody's recently seen the clip where in WCW they had the change of the hour. So there's a match going on in the ring, like, it's the bloody halfway pyro show, and they just fucking start exploding shit. And like 2 people wrestling in the ring, like, I'm fucking wrestling here. What's this?
Yeah, WCW would have their like when they go from hour 1 to hour 2, they'd have the
that's fucking wild. Which would be cool, but also WCW just kind of spaffed a lot of things up against the wall.
WCW, the thing is, right, WWE and AEW went, we know the amount of pyro to use. Eric Bischoff went, lads, you want to see pyro? You've got fucking pyro. Play the fucking soundboard, you fucker. We're going out tonight.
Yes.
And then it'd be like Goldberg versus Sting. Boom, 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 boom. And you're like, holy fuck, is someone dying here? Is someone getting shot? No, it's just Kevin Nash coming out to referee the match.
Yes.
It was mental.
But yeah, both wrestlers' entrances it was just really cool to see. And whoa, did you take too many notes on this actual match?
I didn't take many notes for the show because I found it very hard to take notes because of the way the show is structured. I just found it a bit weird. I'll try and remember stuff. I probably do remember stuff. I'll probably mention it. Obviously for this match, we have the ECW crowd chanting "Fuck you, Orton."
Yeah.
Orton says something like it's a long censor.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. And then there's a "fuck him up" angle. Fuck him up angle. Fuck him up. Chant. You can't wrestle. Which will obviously be thrown at Orton. Because if you're telling Kurt Angle you cannot wrestle, I would shit myself. Because you can't wrestle, Kurt. Okay, you try and out wrestle me.
Yeah.
You can wrestle, Kurt. And you'd be
I suppose
be like, yeah.
out of what I remember this match is obviously it's a shifting of styles. We were talking about whilst watching it, but obviously it's been said that obviously Paul Heyman seems a bit of like an innovator in the wrestling industry, right? He takes like style, he takes a feel of how he believes what will attract the most attention. And it's always been said that Paul Heyman kind of sees like a more like shoot wrestling type style to be a lot more marketable in a sense, a lot more excitable. And this was obviously before like a lot of the like UFC rose up dramatically. Like it's always a funny thing to realize is it was suggested that Shane told Vince like we should buy UFC, and Vince went, nah, there's no way, that's shit. It's not gonna be worth anything. And now, well, they've been merged together. The more you know. And it's kind of this match is a reason to show why that style kind of works. Because obviously Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, fucking like grappling machine, throw you around, wrestle you to the ground, and also started to incorporate a lot more submissions into his style. And they dubbed him the wrestling machine, so the aura around Kurt Angle is he's gonna fucking murder you. Like, you're walking out of that ring, your leg's fucked or your neck's broken, pretty much. Like, that's how Kurt was viewed, and that's why this match was a lot more. Obviously, you had the slow Randy Orton aspects to it. You had about 3 minutes of a headlock, and a very lengthy rest hold, of course. But it was a very wrestling focused, very wrestling centric, and obviously when Kurt locked on his ankle lock, well, Randy fucking shit himself to no end. I believe that's the finish of the match. An ankle
it is
lock with like the grapevine as well. Like it's a very different Kurt Angle, and it's probably what ECW was gonna look like if Kurt Angle stuck around for much longer, and B, if Heyman actually got a lot more of these types of wrestlers, but ultimately it didn't really fit the brand because Kurt Angle was basically your one, the only guy who can actually do it.
Like the only other guy that could do it, and I know people can go, but he's murderer. And obviously the only other guy who could obviously do it is Benoit, but you're not really. You're like you
I
can't
can
really
imagine a bit of a division booked around. Get Angle in there, get Benoit in there. You could repackage Hardcore Holly to be a bit more of like a shoot fighter type character.
See,
like even like Lashley, you could put Lashley in the mix with this.
I could
if Punk there as well. Like, there's a lot of wrestlers that could fit this style.
If I could, like, if I was going to Vince, look, Vince, we're building a division around this, you have to agree to this, I'd go fucking scouting. I'd go go to ROH shows and go, see that Brian, get Brian there. Put Brian in the division, get fucking, I know people are going to go, the one at their peak, yeah, but you get Brian, you get Roderick Strong, you get all them guys, because like TNA has the X division, that you can build another X division around this division. where you get so you have a competitive against TNA's division. So people, just like how you did
Yeah, but
in
they
the
don't
90s.
need to compete against TNA at this point.
No, they don't need to compete against TNA, but
Like,
you want to
they're just doing it to wank themselves off, really. Like, what's TNA doing at this time? No one cares.
I
Jeff
do.
Jarrett's on his 17th title reign in the last year. Like, oh, Jeff Jarrett, he's been hit by a guitar. Oh, there's no way he's kicking out of this. Oh, he's kicked out of it. Oh, he's been attacked by a spear. No way he's kicking out of this. Bloody hell, 1 count. Oh, another guitar's hit, like a concerto with guitar shots. Ah, bloody hell. Oh. Oh, 1 guitar shot to the head. Jarrett wins. Yeah. You don't need to rival TNA with this.
No, I'm not saying you're rival TNA, but I'm saying compare the division. Like, have ECW have a select division.
It's not even. I guess it's the idea. Have
Like,
this more shoot wrestling division. It's
yeah,
something that can develop into its own thing, and be like how Impact has it or TNA has its X division, which is
yeah.
like
I've
iconic with the brand.
Yeah, I've basically moved the cruiserweight division. I'd repackage the cruiserweight division, get rid of the cruiserweight title, call it something else, get a bunch of the cruiserweights there, go around scouting talent, and go, I like that wrestler, sign him to a contract. I like that one. Make ECW more like original TNA, where you have these opening matches of high flying guys,
Yes.
and then you slowly build. So you have the 2 belts and a tag team belt, or you just have tag teams flow from division to division. I basically build it like original TNA, where you have X division to start off, then you have a more serious match, and then you have your world title picture, and then, like, if you want, you can have your tag match. But that's not how Vince wants it. Vince wants it very WWE centric, and he wants it like, what'd be funny? The Big Daddy Fee.
Yeah, I think it would have been. Plus, it would have been a different attraction to it, right? It would have been something entirely fresh, not really done before. You could pretty much do the UFC approach. Go, like, hey, you can even take the shit wrestlers and put them into these fucking segments. They don't have to be good. Get Big Guido in one of these fucking segments. Just get him to tape his hands up. You know, have him fucking stand there looking scary and go, all right, you're gonna have to face fucking super crazy, and then like, what the fuck? You know, you don't need to have it a fully shoot style. You know, you can still have a proper wrestling match. But imagine if they went like, boom, Big Guido's the champion, and then he's just like he's slowly just beating like all the luchadors because you know he's massive, right? You'll just batter you.
I understand he's past his prime, but you know, you could give him a call, get fucking Steve motherfucking Blackman there, get him around that division. He could throw some ham hocks. I've never seen him in a pride fight, and not a pride parade, the pride of the company. And and like, yeah, fucking Severin. Oh, if I got Severin versus Angle, I would be a happy man.
I mean, it was kind of something that Impact tried to do with their like Grand Champion division, where you know it had the timed rounds, but nobody really understood the scoring system or didn't really understand how to use it.
The problem is you can't do a worked UFC match. The problem is you can't do that because UFC is built around the fact, anything could happen, and anything can happen in UFC. Like, a fan could jump in the ring, get naked, and be like, "Save cows' lives!" Like, you don't know what the fuck could happen at a UFC event. It's all about like quickness and everything, like overcoming. From what I understand from an outsider, you can't really do that in wrestling because wrestling, you're like Kurt Angle, you have to knock him out in the 3rd minute.
I mean, I mean, it's how wrestling's structured. Really, you could genuinely build to like, you know, like to take how a heel will like work on a body part, you know, and then suddenly they snap the fucking ankle lock in, you know, fucking boom. Like it's a blueprint of a lot of like heel wrestling. So you could easily just say, right, 3rd round in, goes down in a knockout, you know, obviously make it look impactful. This is the ending spot. But I don't know, like, you don't need to make it dramatically different. You don't need to add rounds, but simply, you know, build up knockouts as a thing. Build up knockouts as a serious thing. build up submissions a bit more, and then you have a lot of variety in a division that could be filled with a lot of different kinds of wrestlers, like, Tajiri in there, get some of the luchas in there, like, it'll be a cool way to say we mean business, lads. We are actually building to the future here. We're not just doing the same shit that worked back in the 90s. Yeah.
Agree. It would just depend, because Vince in the mid 2000s was a fucking madman. He somehow even got madder in the 2010s. Oh no.
Hold on.
Well.
Okay. So this was what, 16 years ago?
Yeah.
Big Guido's 43.
What, now or?
Was at the time.
Oh.
It's just, why does all the ECW guys, why'd they all look 50 when they're actually like 30? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Wrestlers who are just like, oh yeah, I'm an ECW guy. And you're like, oh, bloody hell, you're tough life, mate. I was this famous footballer who was like, he joined a team and everybody's like, oh, he's 18 years old. And everybody looked at him like, 18? What? He looks 40. And then they went, we've got the documents, we have tested it. He is 18. He's just lived a really tough life. Like, it's fucking... He looked like a wax sculpture. Oh, it's absurd. I must get the footballer's name, but somebody will know. But that's what all the ECW guys are. Ah, bloody hell. You love tough life, mate. Yeah, I am. 20 years old. What? But yeah, it was a cool way to bring in a new ECW guy in a new fashion. Bring Kurt Angle, one of the best to ever do it. Get him like believed by the fans, allow fans to appreciate him and enjoy him, and obviously just get more heat with Randy Orton, who is obviously just top notch bell end, not doing anything.
Just want to say on Kurt Angle, TNA really did just steal ECW, like the idea of the, because TNA went, oh, ECW the Wrestling Machine. Fuck it, we like that idea. Because immediately, if you look at TNA, what does he first do? And I know people are going to go, oh, but Samoa Joe, he immediately comes in, headbutts Samoa Joe, angle slam. Oh, how does TNA do? Olympic slam! Olympic slam! And breaks the sound barrier. That is how you introduce a character. But to me, it's one of the greatest debuts ever in wrestling. And people can take your fucking... Like, it's one of my favorite wrestling moments, just when TNA breaks the barrier and he's just screaming, Olympic slam! Like, So I wonder how his character would have been in ECW. Would he have been there for longer? Or would he just been a short stint and then he goes back to SmackDown or Raw? Because the thing is, I don't really know how Kurt Angle's WWE career ends, like, pre-2018. I don't know how he continues in WWE. You know, like how you can imagine Bret Hart post 97 in WWE. Yeah. I can't really imagine Kurt Angle post 2006 in WWE. Like, because he feels like he'd fall out because he would slowly lose his spot. To me personally, he'd kind of slowly lose his spot, and then obviously they'll have Randy ahead of him, Shawn ahead of him again, guys like that. So I don't know where Kurt would have been post 06. Probably still in ECW, but
I mean, if you do build the whole division around Kurt, I don't think he'd be too upset by it. But it would also mean that Kurt would be bringing everybody up to his level rather than everybody being brought down to be ECW, right? It's what they always wanted, but beyond a certain point, they never truly committed to it because they just went, and we'll see what they tried to do as the start of how they were going to build the division. But fundamentally, and obviously, as we'll get to, through time, didn't really fully commit to the idea and went, fuck ECW. It's just a third brand now. Let's not do that. Let's not take the entire identity out of it. But But yeah, next up for the match, we have obviously the FBI, Little Guido, and Tony Mamaluke with Big Guido facing Tajiri and Super Crazy.
Actually, you're wrong. It's Yoshihiro Tajiri.
Yeah.
Did I overpronounce that right? I quickly looked at it.
Nailed it.
I don't know if I nailed it. I just went Yoshihiro.
Shinsuke Nakamura, you ball boy. There we are. Classic clip. Yeah, this match was, I suppose the last match went 15 minutes. This match goes 12 minutes 24. It wasn't anything special, this one, obviously. This is just reestablishing who will likely be on the ECW brand. You know, FBI, tag team, probably not. Let's be honest, Big Guido's not doing anything. And obviously you have Tajiri and Super Crazy to reestablish, like, oh, maybe there will be the cruiserweights back. You know, maybe we'll get more of the cruiserweights on ICW.
ICW.
Maybe you get more of them on
ECW.
Yes. But who the fuck knows? I keep getting distracted. Yeah, holy shit.
All right, I'll just say my thoughts while you figure out your thoughts.
It's more so Big Guido did one more thing in WWE ECW.
What did he do?
He got eliminated by the Big Show in a battle royal.
Obviously, yeah, I don't have many things written down. It's just a fun cruiserweight match. Double tarantula, double tree of woe, a lot of double teams. Fucking Tony Mamaluke looks like Matt Bentley. I don't know if you know who Matt Bentley is.
Who the fuck is Matt Bentley? I know. I vaguely remember Matt Bentley, wasn't it? Was Matt Bentley not in? He was in TNA. Was he with Lance Hoyt? He was Serotonin or some shit.
Yeah, he's with Serotonin, and famously, now I don't know if you know this, Ash, but his cousin is Michael Higginbottom, which formerly known as Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
So like if you watch any
Matt fucking Bentley though.
So if you watch any Matt Bentley match, right? So you know it's a standard match, and then he hits the iconic move. He hits the Bentley super kick, and obviously whenever me and Slater watch TNA, they always do it together. He has this thing in TNA where he'd get the fans to join in, and all start doing that. It's the Bentley bounce, baby. The Bentley fucking bounce. Fucking love shit TNA. Matt Bentley was never that good, and he just hit a super kick. That's all I know he does, a super kick, because Shawn Michaels is his cousin or uncle. Yeah. One of them. But yeah, Tony Mamaluke, he looks like a generic 2000. He looks like a car you'd try on SBR 06 or 07.
The most interesting thing I had to say about Tony Mamaluke is his indie name was Tony Marinara, which is much more fun. And you gotta love it. He was there for a year apparently.
Holy fuck! What the fuck did he do in that year?
I don't know, but him and Little Guido occasionally just jobbed out to everyone. It's good fun. Yeah, this match, not much to go with it, honestly. It got 12 minutes, which was more than I thought it was going to, especially considering the World Heavyweight title match gets 9 minutes. But yeah, like I said, fun little match between Tajiri and Super Crazy and the FBI. Pretty good, pretty enjoyable. Nothing to write home about. Nobody is really... I don't remember anything that happened in this match. It was a nothing match. But it was alright. It wasn't particularly good. It wasn't particularly bad. I just like Big Guido. Because he's big, isn't he? He's fucking huge.
Do you want to talk about the post-match? What happens? You're everyone's favorite.
Oh, mate, honestly, I was saying it the whole way through the match. Like, imagine Big Show versus Big Guido. Whoa. And then Big Show comes out, and I'm like, well, yeah.
Imagine me. Oh, I just can't. Whenever I hear "well," I know you're supposed to think of the Big Show meme. I just can't hear it now. All I hear is "well." It's been a long, tough road, and I'm just getting started.
Nah,
I just think of the Paul White thing.
It's
It's
just,
been a long, tough road.
well, it's a big
Big
show.
Show.
And he comes out, he's ECW, of course, through and through. ECW Big Show. And why? Who knows? Obviously, this is 2006 Fat and Lazy Big Show. Where he didn't want to do anything. But he comes out, he attacks the FBI, he attacks Tajiri and Super Crazy. And he kicks Big Guido in the nuts. Just like, come on, mate, you're supposed to start, like, huffing each other. Oh, fucking hell. You know, just... I wanted it. I don't know if Big Guido can wrestle, but I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. He's just so big. It's the Vince McMahon treatment. I'm just like, look at the size of him. Can he wrestle? Nah. Oh, well, but get him on TV, boys.
Obviously, when we talk about the fucking promo that happens next. So, everyone's favorite, JBL. Yeah, this will happen before the World Heavyweight Title match.
Yes.
JBL comes out. He addresses the fans. They start chanting "You suck" and interrupt his promo. I'm not gonna, because it'll take me a long time to probably find this clip. So if I do find it, it'll be in the video. Like
good old EC dubs. You suck dick. You suck dick.
And JBL in the most fashionable way possible, he goes, "I see no woman out here, and you're chatting about a male organ. Now tell me, who's that fruity booty?"
I don't know what that means. I mean, I do, but
he did say fruity.
Well, talking about
I didn't say fruity, but I added it.
There's no woman here. Who's the fruit booty? The what?
I just said fruity booty. I'm just imagining he turns into Scott Steiner and say fruity booty. he just got a Steiner promo.
Yeah, he gets some more heat from the ECW fans, and just gets to be like, yeah, I fucked over Blue Meanie, the fat piece of shit. He doesn't do that, but he should have. It's a very JBL promo. Still doesn't get better from the "I bought my ticket, you little Mexican." He's so outrageous, but he fits. He fits exactly what he needed to do.
See,
I am glad that we don't have to watch him though, because him wrestling is See,
here's the thing. I understand we said Randy Orton in ECW, but fucking JBL being in the intruder of ECW, he would never do it because JBL always thought, "Oh, I should be on the big shows." Not the well. Been a long, tough road. I'm just getting started. But
that thing will never be as iconic as Big Show's original thing.
It will never be, but whenever I get the chance,
shit.
I know, that's why I say it.
Stop it.
But I would have loved to see JBL on ACW. I know he's retired at this time. I don't know when he comes out of retirement.
He's in the middle, right? He just lost the belt. So he's in between. You're telling me he couldn't come out every week and do like a 5-minute promo just telling the fans that they're shit? Oh, gold.
And then, obviously, it's just the way he says, "I see no woman out here, and you're trying about a male organ. Now tell me, who's the fruity booty? Fruit booty." I just think it's funnier if he said fruity booty. Sounds like a band. I don't know why that always gets me. But yeah, we move on to the World Heavyweight Title match, which is, obviously, who's that jumping out of the sky? It's not Ori White, it's Sabu. It's Rey Mysterio. You want to go through the match? It's Rey Mysterio versus Sabu.
It's an
One Night Stand.
Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight title. Big Goldie's on the line. And this one's a weird one, honestly. It is an Extreme Rules match, of course, and come on now, you can't gut Sabu by not allowing him to run and jump off chairs and shit. You know, that's his whole fucking shtick. It's very back and forth, you know, but simply saying Ray's not really using the hardware. But obviously Sabu continues to try use it. Obviously, Sabu puts himself in danger. Probably the biggest spot out of this one is the finish, where fucking Ray stood on the table at ringside. Sabu jumps over it, DDT through the table. And what's that fucking smell? Smells like a no contest. Oh, yeah, baby. Give me a no contest. Like, how shit was Rey Mysterio in 2006? He can't even beat Sabu. What's he been doing for the last 8 years? Nothing. Why is he struggling to beat Sabu? I don't understand. You can beat Sabu for fuck's sake. Sabu's not even on the fucking WWE ECW for long, right? Like, he's gone soon. I'm pretty sure. He can lose.
He's gone around mid-April 07.
Like, oh shit! How fucking just completely not sold on Rey Mysterio were there? He can't beat Sabu. Why not?
Okay.
It's Sabu.
I guess they didn't want ECW guy to lose this match, I guess.
I will say I appreciate it. You know, I like it. I respect it because it means obviously they're bringing up Sabu to raise level, right? You know, he went toe to toe with the World Heavyweight Champion, and it's good that they actually gave a lot of the ECW guys the victory. But Rey Mysterio can't beat Sabu. Something's gone wrong.
Because we're not discrediting Sabu's career or anything. He is a great wrestler, but you're comparing 06 Rey Mysterio, where he's supposed to be your top champion of SmackDown.
Yeah,
and he can't be a guy on fucking
won the world
ECW.
title for Eddie. You know, it was spent an hour in the Rumble.
Fuck that blinded me.
Jesus.
Oh, I feel like I'm on the Raiders of the Lost Ark here.
Jesus. It's not even that fucking warm, but the sun's absolutely beaming in. Someone call off the sun, lads. It's a Truman Show, and I've got no control. Just trapped in a day-to-day thing of making videos. Stop fucking sunning me in.
So, obviously, all I have is the jumping off the chair and the face-sitting table spot where Ray jumps off the top rope, shoves his stick in his face, and just sits on Sabu's face.
Yeah.
Not much happened.
It looks like Sabu injures himself at some point. I probably didn't, but you know, it's Sabu. There's one thing he's perfected. It's making it look like he's absolutely fucked his shit up. Because I don't know. I always remember people trying to say that I think Sabu said this, where Sabu's like, "Yeah, I intentionally fucked up," and it's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I intentionally shit myself sometimes just so I feel like I have the power over myself. Like, come on. Nobody's doing that. You're just fucking up the moves, mate. Come on, Sabu. Don't lie to me. Spends his whole career not speaking and then starts chatting shit. Grow up.
And also, to quote Sabu, fuck test.
Yeah. But there we are.
Does he hate Test?
I don't know. Rey Mysterio failed to beat Sabu, and it went to a no contest, which is good for ECW, good for Sabu, terrible for Rey Mysterio. And that is purely the state of Rey Mysterio in 2006.
Who did he lose the championship to? Was it like
It
Booker
was
T?
either Ray or Randy, I think.
I mean, Ray lost it to Ray.
Randy or Kurt, rather.
I don't think it was. No,
Or
who
no,
did he
that was
lose it
when.
to?
Oh yeah, that was when he won it. I don't fucking know.
I think it was Booker or Batista that beat him.
Ah.
I'd assume it was Booker T. King
I'll
Booker
get
was.
this going. Just you wait.
But yeah, it's just so weird. What are you doing to poor Ray Mysterio? Who did he shit on, and why are you shitting on him? Like, what did he do to you? Like, who did he hurt? Is my question. Who did he?
Oh God, did he really? Yeah, holy shit.
Well,
He genuinely lost it to King Booker. Fucking hell, lads. I'm not saying it's the dark time in SmackDown, but it's not really a good time for SmackDown. Like, yeah, sure, you got the work rate guys, but Booker T, why? Because Chavo cost you the belt.
I mean,
bring in Edge. Get him in there. He'll like is obviously doing great work on Raw. Fuck, I'm the fucking talisman, mate. I'm the light man. Got superpowers, big. But yeah, it's just kind of wild to see how much Ray just got fucking shit on for no reason.
it kind of makes you sad though, because this is Ray's only world title run. And yes, I know people are going to go, but what about Raw 2011? He held that back
What do you
for as long.
He held that belt for about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
before
exactly.
Fucking
Like
John Hogan came out and just went, "Hey, I'm back, bitches. Give me that belt, motherfucker."
And then, look in my eyes, what do you see? Rey Mysterio got dropped out again. Like for the past 20 years, and everyone mentions it, but it's so funny that every time they look for a Rey Mysterio to replace Rey Mysterio, the odds are the person replacing Rey Mysterio is Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I love.
It makes sense now that he's got them fucking stem cells going.
Yeah, you could
he's
still
no
go.
longer being like, I got surgery 5 times in my left knee. It's like, fuck's sake, Ray, come on. Those don't do this at home videos are always ridiculous. Because everybody else sounds like humans, Oh, this pain's like no other pain. And Mark Henry, and it's like, this hurts. I snapped my pec off. I tore my pec off my entire shoulder. And then you just said, Ray, I had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
It just.
Like, he's never sounded like that in his life. But he turns into Sandman for a second. give me a beer. All right, Ray, fucking calm down.
Like, I just want to say, like, I wish they gave him a proper world title run. Probably not now, because, your division is a bit stacked, I think, with Triple H in control. He has more eyes on the future, unlike Mr. Finch,
I wouldn't even say it's that stacked at this point.
Well, no, they're building towards who could beat Rollins.
The fake world title is garbage, because Seth Rollins has it.
Yeah, but they're building to who could beat him, which I like.
Yeah, but you got Drew. You got Walter maybe in about 3 months. Like,
Walter,
Cody's not winning
sexy.
it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, Chi. You have one world title which is in the fucking void, which nobody gets to touch, and the other world title which they tried to say it's a world title, but ultimately it's held by a laughable shit wrestler.
But yeah,
EC dub.
But yeah, here we're gonna see real grappling.
Yeah,
real wrestling.
Kevin Thorne,
Marcus Corvon,
Vampire Man.
Like
Kelly, 18-year-old, having a strip.
Mike Knox.
Can't wait for the play-by-play on that one.
Well,
At 3:05, she took her bra off and cradled her boobies. Oh, keep it going, boys! Bloody hell! Well, and then she carried on as she walked off the stage. Guys, I was enjoying that. ECW.
I see dub.
ECW. Yeah. No, Jesus. Next up, we follow.
Like, I just want to just finish on Ray. Like, I just wish they gave him a world title run.
Oh yeah, this is what we were talking about.
Like, Ray deserves a world title run. I don't care. I don't care about the United States champion. Logan Paul shouldn't beat Rey Mysterio because, to me, I do not want fucking Logan Paul carrying around the United States title. Like, look, guys, look at me. I'm an actual wrestler. You're a fake boxer who rigs his boxing matches. You're not a tough man. Steve fucking Black, not even Steve Blackman, Joey Styles could probably beat you, and Joey Styles knocked out JBL. Like, you're not a fucking real boxer, Logan. Calm down, mate. Go fight someone.
He's more
Tyson
boxer
Fury
than anybody else.
Go fight Muhammad Ali.
How many boxers have faced Floyd Mayweather?
Conor McGregor. Big Show.
He's not a boxer.
The Big Show.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, fuck you, Logan Paul. You're taking away from my wrestling. But you're not a wrestler. Get out, Logan. I don't like you. Yeah, that's just how it comes across to me, mate.
Also abuses animals, I'll have you know. So
I mean, he's absolute bellend, like terrible human.
He abused that pig.
He
abused that pig, and I can't.
All this bad shit. Decent wrestler though.
But he's not a real wrestler until he steps into the ring against Nick Gage in a death match. Never will happen because he'll think he's too big for that. But then we'll see who the real man is. When you get a light tube across the head, then he'll truly be a wrestler. I don't know why.
That's your best Slater impression right there.
Yeah. Then you'll be a real wrestler, boy. I tell you what.
Roddy
now.
Strong, 17 backbreak.
I tell you what now, Ash. I tell you what now. Peggy, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Peggy. I tell you what now, Ash. Roderick Strong and ROH was the... Peggy, shut up. ROH, he was the greatest world champion. Peggy, shut up. Stop laughing. Stop laughing, Peggy. He was the greatest Ring of Honor champion. Why are you laughing, folks? Why are you laughing? Shut up. ICW is a world champion. Is a big world championship.
That is a teaser for who may be on the channel some point soon, and we do our other little story arc plans. But yeah, there we go. Next up we have Edge and Mick Foley and Lita facing Terry Funk, Tommy Dreamer, and a mystery woman. What? Beulah. Beulah? Balula?
Beulah.
Bamuma. Big Mama. Big Mama McGillicuddy. Yeah. Yeah, obviously this comes out. Mick Foley and Edge, they do a promo, and Mick's like, yeah. God. Guys, I'm sorry, alright? There was once a time that I liked this play. And I don't... It was very weak.
I'll do it. I know what he says. There was a time I liked this place, and a creative genius ran this place. A great business person ran this place. And that person was Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah!
Long live the Alliance! Long live the Alliance! Long live the Alliance!
Very Mick Foley line right there. Insatiably Mick Foley. Nobody else could do it. Was funny. Did forget the punchline though. But the fans, they ain't booing him though. They're not having any of this. Obviously, you know, they're talking about how, like, him and Edge are the co-hardcore champion, you know. Like, yeah, we are the real ones. And obviously... And then Lita gets on the microphone, which is always a bad idea. Because she's like, yeah! When I sat on Tommy Dreamer's face, it was probably the best thing he's ever had. You guys haven't had that sort of action in the last year. A fucking Lifetime, Lita. Come on now. Fucking Lifetime. They're ECW fans.
Don't forget the Edge line.
What was the Edge line?
the Edge was basically going, yeah, I'm sick of being here. I don't want to be here. I'm here. But when you all go home to your pretend girlfriends and text them about ECW, you'll go online and you'll masturbate the pictures of my hot girlfriend. I just went, based Edge. True.
ECW.
Like, you're not wrong, Edge. She is hot. Like, no one's denying that. Like, if you go, did you ever wank to Lita? Of course you're going to say yes. Like, who hasn't? It's fucking Lita.
Not me. Probably.
I went to Randy Orton, I tell you, Piggy. Randy fucking Orton.
It's been a couple of years since I've been a teenager now.
But
I was more a Candice Michelle guy personally. It's all I'm fucking on. That's my shit. You know that one show where she's got the water, she's doing all this, and then Matt Hardy and Jeff are just kind of like fucking it. Oh, see, the camera's shaking out of my sheer orgasm. Big Candice Michelle enjoyer personally. And the first episode of ECW, Kelly's Extreme Expose. Woo! 18-year-old having a strip. I feel dirty now. Can't wait to cover that one. Me and Piggy sat there holding hands. Yeah.
Get them fucking tits out, love. Get them fucking tits out, I tell you now.
I'm not saying the show's bad because I couldn't see the boobs. But the show's bad. I couldn't see the boobs.
I do it in a Welsh accent to be funny, you know, like, I tell you what, but I couldn't see them boobs.
I couldn't see the boobs, but 0 out of 10. No, me and Big Dave having a watch together. No boobs. Something like that.
Just extreme action, bud.
Yeah, extreme action's not extreme enough. I only do absolutes. Absolute boobs. I don't know what's going on.
Why the fuck are the grizzled young veterans like
soon to be recognised as my favourite boobs? Soon. This has gone off the fucking rails. Edge, Mick Foley, and Lita defeating Terry Funk, Tommy Dreamer, and Beulah. Belly up McGillicuddy. This was the second longest match on the card. It's just a big extreme match. You got the barbed wire boards, you got the fucking barbed wire baseball bats, the tables, you got ladders. You got Terry Funk in his fucking, not his prime, probably about his 7th prime of his life. Last year he didn't take the money, but this year he took that fucking money.
I would have Terry Funk on ECW personally.
Oh yeah.
Like I wouldn't have him wrestle because I don't expect it. What would he be here, about 60?
Yeah,
late
like
60,
late
early
60s, I'd imagine.
Like I wouldn't have him wrestle every week, but I would have a storyline where, we'll just take Kevin Thorne for example, where Kevin Thorne faces all these ECW legends. I know this did happen in real life technically, but instead of ECW actually winning the originals, you have Kevin Thorne put them over. And then I know he's not technically an ECW original, but Terry Funk's the final boss. And then, because you're not going to get Mick Foley in 2007 wrestling. I don't think that's going to happen. But fucking Terry Funk, like, you have a 10-minute match where it's just Terry Funk getting the crap beaten out of him by Kevin Thorne.
Yeah, and obviously just Terry's going through everything. He's getting tossed off a ladder. He's going through barbed wire boards. He's getting the barbed wire fucking thrown in his face. Him and Mick Foley just beating the fuck out of each other, just getting bloody.
My favorite moment is when he gets thrown into the barbed wire, I believe. When he's actually just goes, my eye, help me, my eye.
Every single time there would be action happening. Terry Funk just like, he's just fucking sat there like, camera's on, Terry. He's just shaking in his fucking hell. He's just doing that every single time the camera's on him.
Love Terry.
It's so funny though. It's like, my eye. Like, fucking me. Obviously, Terry goes back to the locker room, and he gets all bandaged up. So you have a bloody Terry Funk bandage around the head, bandage on the eye, and the finish. Well, obviously they light a barbed wire 2x4 on fire. They smash McFoley through a barbed wire table, and Terry Funk follows somehow, dives on top of him, and then you have fucking Dreamer trying to face Edge and Lita by himself. Beulah gets involved, but gets the world famous spear and the "I'm gonna pump you all night" fucking pin, where every single count just it's fucking hell, Edge. She's right there, mate. Girlfriend's right there, mate. Obviously, the fucking legs up, Tex proper Edge scumbag heel. Ah, great stuff.
Oh, I love we kind of missed. I don't know if you missed it, but we kind of missed Edge's run where everyone hated him. Obviously,
yeah.
I only hated Edge because everyone's like, but Edge is better than Christian. I'm like, guys, I like Christian. He's better than Edge.
Christian's good though, guys. And now everybody's like, Christian's so good, he's amazing, and you're just like, yeah, said it all along, boys.
It's the only reason why people like Christian now is because your father is dead, lol. That's the only reason why people recognize, soon to be, you recognize him. That's the only reason why. I love the promo he does on Monty Brown, where he just says something stupid, where he just goes to Monty, "What's the capital of Thailand?" And then Monty goes, "You trying to impress me? The capital of Thailand is..." And then Christian hits him in the cock, and he goes, "Bangkok." I don't know why.
It's not that smart, mate. I'll be honest. If people were doing that at school, yeah. And let me tell you, they're not Christian Cage fans. I don't know what to take. You can love it, but it's never getting the shine from me because people around my school were doing that. Oh, what's the capital? Bangkok. Way, and you're like, oh fucking hell, why you done this? Oh, bloody hell, me balls. Oh, I'm gonna throw up, mate. Oh, I've pooed myself. Oh. Oh. Jesus, that's disgusting. This match was good fun. It was everything you want from a Terry Funk and Mick Foley match. Edge played his part very well. Dreamer was vanilla as fuck. And why is he even here? Just Tommy.
You want a name?
He's so mid. He's unbelievably mid. Even the ECW fans don't give a shit about Tommy Dreamer.
Personally, he's the only ECW legend that makes it to the end of ECW. WWE ECW.
Yeah.
Sandman's gone by 08.
He's so boring, though. Maybe I just haven't watched enough Tommy Dreamer. But, I've never watched Tommy Dreamer when he was good. But he still he lingers around like a dodgy fart after a kebab. You're just like, oh, fucking hell, who's done that? You're still here. Fucking hell, open a window. I'd spray 2 bits of Febreze. What you still doing here, Tommy? And you still here in 2023, for fuck's sake. Just leave us alone. Please. I mean, he's fine. He's serviceable. But, he's supposed to be the best, technical guy of ECW. Other than, RVD, who went on to do better things, right? So... But he's not even involved in the worst match on the card. As that one is coming up next. So... Fucking... The next match... Oh, I'm not ready. The next match is Balls Mahoney versus Masato Tanaka. Now, I saw Tanaka and I'm like, oh, fucking Balls Mahoney and Tanaka versus Awesome and someone else. Yeah, that's got a fucking singles match in 2006. Nah, what you doing that for? Nobody wants to see it. Like, what? What are you doing, lads? Balls Mahoney was 34 at the time. He looks 50. Just why? Why did they have to put that match in between? Just put the FBI match in this slot. Just we don't need the fucking see Balls Mahoney in a singles match. And what happened in this match? Not
Nothing.
much.
At the end of it, it's literally just a chair shot to Tanaka. And I said to Tanaka's head. And that's basically it. Balls Mahoney wins. It's a nothing match.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. And basically, my question is, and everybody's question is, where's Mike Awesome?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't there. And also, it's not like they needed to fucking split it up. Because what happens next? Fucking Eugene comes out and he cuts a little. What are you looking at? Sorry, off camera, the dogs just suddenly start staring at me. I'll uncrop the camera for a moment. Oh, no, he's hidden again. Fuck it. Oh, well. Regardless.
Oh, he's moving
comes
up.
out and cuts a promo on the ECW crowd where he's like, yeah, I want to hug too, guys. Are you saying boo? Or are you saying you for Eugene? Just fucking, doing the typical, I've written a poem. And he name drops a bunch of ECW guys. And this is obviously built. Do you take any notes of this stuff down?
I just remember the line he says, my Uncle Eric, who's Eric Bischoff, because in storyline he was Uncle... My Uncle Eric said, I'm as smart as an ECW fan. And I love that.
Yeah, and they're all like, boo, fuck you.
Again, would have loved to see Eugene in the main event. If Eugene ran out and cost RVD the belt, I'm telling you, he would have been a top heel. He would have been murdered. He would have been murdered.
Yeah.
They would have found him and killed Nick Dinsmore. They would have killed him.
Yeah,
and then obviously our favorite comes out. Give him a beer. Give him a beer.
Somebody give Sandman a beer. As fucking Sandman comes out, he's puffing on a cig. He's looking angry with his cane. What would you do if he just down my throat? Someone, come on. Starts Singapore caning himself in the back. Obviously, he comes out, batters fuck out of Eugene. Still with his really mid WWE theme.
And
all the crowd's like, yeah, it's fucking Sam. He has about three beers. Batters Eugene, sends him out, crowd's happy, and this obviously sets us up towards the main event, which is obviously probably the most famous match on the card.
Can I just say, it's mental how Eugene was a main eventer from like 04 to 05.
Yeah.
Because he fought like Triple H, he fought Angle.
He fought Triple H in the main event of SummerSlam in a steel cage match.
Yeah, will I put in the famous clip of the famous clip that Eugene is known for? Eugene!
Yeah, but then it follows up with that fucking mental William Regal promo, which is my favourite promo of all time.
How does it go again? You took advantage of a mentally disabled young lad.
Yeah, it's something like that. But then he ramps up. It's a great promo. The William Regal on Triple H promo. Just look, both you and I, we're both villains. Back in WCW, we were a tag team. Why? Because we were both born naughty. It's the charming William Regal. Hey, Singapore Cane. It's not my knob. Just have to make that statement. But yes, the final match of the evening and the main event is the most famous match on the show. It is Rob Van Dam, RVD, versus John Cena
versus Eugene
for
for the
an
WWE
Extreme Rules
title.
match for the WWE title. And yeah, holy shit. Obviously, this match, the reputation precedes itself because it's the big time that RVD finally won the fucking big one. He finally got there. He ascended to the summit. Did you take many notes about this final match?
No, I just got some of the chants, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So obviously, they got ECW's Alliance theme, which is let the bodies hit the floor. Obviously, they had to can that because 9/11. So that was their temporary theme until 9/11 happened. Yeah, because you can't really have let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. Like you can't have that when fucking.
They did bring it back for the TV deal, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they do bring it back for the TV deal, but yeah. So some of the chants here are Cena swallows, which of course this is 2006. We're all straight males. None of us are gay. You can't be gay in 2006. Doesn't exist.
Well, he's gay. Oh, bloody hell. Oh.
So yes, Cena swallows. You can't wrestle. Whole fucking show. Whole fucking show.
Obviously, it starts off with a famous thing where John Cena's fucking throwing the top like, hey, and then they're like, fuck this. Have it back, you cunt. Have it back, you bastard. Take this. You know, it was just the guy who did it was absolutely fucking huge. The final guy at the end just wipes his ass with it. Fucking way. He's in my dream main event. He's fighting Big Guido and Big Show for the ECW title. Fucking hell. I'm gonna have to let the dog out for a moment. So obviously the main spot to this match is mostly just RVD's doing a lot of his token offense, you know, doing all the Van Dam and the fucking whatever the fuck he calls them. He does the guillotine leg drop. You know, it's a very Cena gets to wrestle more of a heel style or a bad guy style, which you know, how many times did he really get to do this style since what 2000? When was he last a heel?
2004, I believe. Around 2004. 2003, 2004.
Ah, fuck it. Come on, Doug. Come on. Carry on. Carry on.
He was a heel around then. He's been more of a face than he has a heel in his WWE career. Obviously, like if he goes to a different, promotion, I would like to see him be a heel, but it probably won't happen. He's the biggest babyface WWE have got now. I would say one of the biggest. Because he's like, you look at his name value, he's John Cena. You know, if you go all Roman Reigns on the show, will they show up? Maybe. But you go John Cena's on the show, fuck it, you have everyone watching. Like John Cena is quite literally, he's respected as well. Yeah. It's not like you're bringing fucking Ric Flair in, and it's like, oh, sex past Ric Flair, let's go.
Come on, you bastard! Fucking, he's just staring at me. Fucking dog.
Pick him up.
Nah. Come on. Sorry. Derailing the podcast because of my dog. Yeah,
it looks so weird because you can't see downstairs, so you're just slapping yourself.
Come on.
Go on, Joey. Come on.
The microphone's out of the way.
Come on. Come on, you dog.
Come on.
I'm not cutting this. This is staying in.
Come on. You're not allowed to leave that. Yeah. Come on.
I can't continue. I can't. I can't say anything because all I hear in the background is "Come on, come on, come on."
Fuck it. Carry on. He'll jump up if he wants to jump up. She does, but he's not gonna fucking do it. So, John Cena wrestling as a heel.
Yeah. You'll never really see it. Have you switched your chair again? Just a quick question.
No.
Oh, that chair's just on wheels, is it?
No.
Oh. Okay. Just wanted to, because I was like, oh, that chair moves. So yeah, Cena's never really a heel. He never, he never really does it.
No, he's just
On,
fucking
on,
staring at me with those doughy eyes.
please, can I jump up? Go on, jump up, Joey.
I don't want to. Sam.
He's like a teenager. Well, if I put the blanket down, will you jump up?
Oh yeah, the blanket down. Yeah, come on. Come on.
It sounds like an old man trying to get his little wee up. Come on, this time it'll work. This time it'll work.
God, there's all the room in the fucking world.
Yeah. This is staying in, folks. Don't worry. This is
I
staying in.
suppose just because he's an older dog, so he doesn't like to jump up so much. He's not like fucking
Yeah.
3, just like doing zoomies. Come on.
I can't wait to meet him in person.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Please. Derailing the podcast, boy. Fucking. Well, he'll jump up if he decides to. I'm concerned.
I can't wait for 5 seconds later. Come on, jump up. Come on. Give me a beer, Joey. Give me a beer.
Yeah, John Cena gets to wrestle as the de facto heel because obviously he's the outsider in ECW. He has just fucked off. He's not even jumped up, the little bastard. He's derailed the podcast. He's not even jumped up. He's taking a piss. Oh, he's back. Fucking taking a piss, he is.
He's derailed the podcast. He's derailed the podcast, and yeah, he decided to get on the bed. What a heel! What a heel!
But yeah, essentially, you have John Cena wrestling as a heel for the first time, and this allows Rob to get all his offense in because Rob's, in WWE sense, he's never really been a proper heel, right? Like he only, his promo in the last episode was just like, yeah, I get to say cool and whatever, and I get to say more than this. But in WWE, he's always just the stoner guy who smokes weed.
That obviously then that character obviously went to Matt Riddle, and then Matt Riddle turned out to probably be a cunt, and where he started a fight with a police officer for assaulting him, even though you don't have, since Matt Riddle, you can't really say a woman is assaulting you when you yourself have rape allegations. So it's kind of like the kettle boiled kettle, like the kettle boiled black or something, whatever the phrase is.
Yes.
Vaguely there. It'd be like Ric Flair going, "That woman took advantage of me." Okay, Rick, what about all the time you took a women's advantage? We're not going to talk about that, But they tried to make Matt Riddle the stoner, didn't work, and then Triple H saw a vision and went, "Matt Riddle, you're going to be a UFC guy." But Matt Riddle fucked up and just went, "I'm not doing this," and got fired. And basically,
I suppose similarly, so RVD finally wins the world title, first world title he's ever won. He's finally made it to the top. He's at the peak. He's at the pinnacle. He's busted on weed. Fuck. And then, obviously, as we'll see, they don't particularly commit to Rob being like the main world champion. Like, he still kind of has to be. He still has to be the WWE RVD rather than the ECW version. It's like everybody complained how he kept the spinner belt, despite that's the fake one though. The ECW championship's the real one. And a lot of dissonance and a show of like they were somewhat committing to it, but they also weren't super into the idea. Is the main issue.
It's See, it's very weird because, like, if this happened today again, we'll go back to Matt Riddle. If he got busted with weed, I'd understand because you're PG, you're a PG environment now. But RVD, this was TV-14 WWE. I understand the wellness policy, and then also the fact they were trying to do that, and then but the wellness policy, the early wellness policy, you could easily cheat it.
Yeah.
Apparently, like guys were doing steroids that weren't supposed to be doing steroids, and they were cheating it because they'd just get some random guy to piss in a bottle.
Jamie Noble in the bottle, please. Cheers.
No, I just imagine they go to a random homeless person, give you £5, you piss in this bottle. 50 quid.
Not sure why the homeless person's gonna be clean.
I don't know. But Edge, you seem your piss seems very weird. Yeah.
Dehydrated, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of it's the new breed. They've fully committed. The ECW hero, the icon of ECW, has finally won the WWE title. And it's a huge moment, and it's fantastic. The crowd's loving it. The ECW locker room comes out. ECW Big Show comes out and gets him on his shoulder. It's a big, huge moment because finally they're at the top. ECW's on top. They've made it. They've done it. And how will it continue? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But the match as a whole, what do you think of the match?
It might be controversial, but I didn't really enjoy the match. I know it's an iconic match, and people are trying to go, "How dare you!" Like, it's not my kind of thing. Like, I love John Cena matches, but to me, John Cena working a non-WWE match, like it might sound weird, but he can't really like if he just spends, let's just say he goes to New Japan next year, which he won't, but let's just live in the hyper reality that he doesn't re-sign. It'd be very weird to see him like New Japan or AEW for a few weeks because he'll still be doing the suplex.
Yeah.
Come on, cheer. Come on, close down. Like he doesn't wrestle a non-WWE style. My microphone fell over.
It's a very standard, very basic, like, and especially it's 2006 John Cena as well. He's only 3 months, he's only 3 or 4 years out of a developmental type deal, so he's still very basic. I mean, people always say that they always love, like, Halloween. Still, not Halloween, what the fuck am I talking about? They love John Cena matches now, obviously because he had those amazing series with AJ Styles, where obviously he's fucking wrestling his fucking socks off. He's finally being allowed to actually wrestle proper matches. But, like, obviously back in the day, there was a reason why everybody got fucking sick of him, because he wrestles the same shit, plodding, offense, Cena wins. What?
It's like a Roman Reigns match, because Roman Reigns is the modern example. Either you like that sort of style of matches, or you prefer the more, because WWE have started to incorporate the non-WWE way, because they get fucking Gunter there, fucking shopping people. Like if you were going back 10 years ago, would you see? No, he'd have to wrestle like a big man. He can't do all these cool moves that he does. Yeah. He'd have to be like the Big Show. But the problem is, WWE have now adapted, thankfully, and I do thank Triple H a lot for that, because if Triple H had no input from like 2013 to now, we'd still be seeing the same WWE match over and over again. But thanks to Triple H and NXT, I think that slowly allowed Vince to realize it took years, and it took until he retired, but it slowly made Vince realize, maybe my style of booking's not really working, but I'm still going to book. Yeah. I'm just going to let you be looser with the matches.
I don't necessarily think. I mean, I don't know. I would argue that for the bulk of the 2010s, a lot of the main programming was carried by these big, like, indie matches, essentially. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. It's
but
it took a lot.
It took a long time, but I would argue that the bulk of the 2010s was that style, and that was a lot of the stuff that was holding back a lot of the people going, yeah, but can we get some fucking stories, though, please? Like, we're watching 3 hours of wrestling. We don't just want 3 hours of really good technical wrestling. We want some fucking other shit in there.
Yeah, I do agree.
And it's finally allowed to blend that style a bit more.
Like, no, I know what you're saying about the indies, but what I'm saying is they want the main eventers, because the main eventers were still John Cena. Like the indie matches were there on WWE, but they weren't carrying the program because they'd be like CM Punk's wrestling Daniel Bryan, and it's who's in the main
Seth
event?
Rollins has been the champion for the bulk of the 2010s and ascended in 2014. And
Fair
he's
enough.
not
Fair enough.
he's not a WWE wrestler. He's still an indie guy. He just
Fair enough. I'll give you an example.
Like
That's a good example.
that's my point rather. We don't really need to spend too long harping on about it, but it's still this was a WWE match. It was a very it all looked big. The crowd was huge. It was all nice to see. One thing I would have liked to have happened is if they'd all like bowed down to Rob at the end, but they're all just like, yes, that was fantastic. Like you are the Messiah. You are the hero of ECW. Would have been a cool moment to see. But it's still a big moment to have Rob. Obviously, I think the moment's diminished over time. I don't think it's now like watching it now. You don't really get as excited for it because you kind of know how it went, and you simply know that RVD was never the main guy. Like RVD paved the way so Jeff Hardy could win the belt. That's pretty much how it happened. Like his run here, it's not very interesting, honestly. It's in that WWE style, which we're not particularly keen on. He doesn't really get to properly grapple with anyone the way he would like to.
Right, so, but if you went to me, choose a style, either a Johnny Gargano style match or a WWE style match, I'm fucking choosing a WWE style match. Yeah. I'm not watching a Johnny Gargano match and every 30 seconds he hits a big move and then someone kicks out. I love Johnny Gargano.
The little man-child. Look, guys, I'm dressed up as my favourite superhero. So grand.
I love Johnny Gargano, but fuck me, his matches are just super kick. I took that from Shawn Michaels.
When Ricochet does that, it's like when Ricochet dressed up as like a fucking superhero. That's cool. Johnny Gargano does it though. Let's never cover any modern WWE, please. Not doing Black and Gold, NXT.
Before NXT UK. He's not on NXT UK.
I'm fine with that. But yeah, essentially, it was good, and it's a big moment, and a lot of people at the time obviously would have been like fucking pumped. But yeah, RVD finally won. Fucking face of ECW won the WWE title. Yeah. And then slowly it just starts to kind of whittle out, and it doesn't really. It's not the payoff anybody wants. All right, you want RVD to have the belt and have a long reign and establish himself as a top level guy. And well, doesn't he leave the company fairly soon? Like,
he leaves the company around. No, he's there for most of 07, I think. He's gone in 08, I believe.
Yeah.
And he comes back in 09. And then he fucks off again to TNA. Where he gets the whole fucking show. RVD!
Yeah.
The whole fucking show. Fan Terminator! Like, we get back to the theme. And then he comes back. Then he leaves again. Then he comes back. Then he leaves.
Then he has Roberto Rodriguez as his manager for a while. Wild time.
And then, obviously, when he comes back in, like, 2022... No, 2020 or 2021, he obviously is like, yeah, look at me, I'm with the new stoner, Matt Riddle. Buy my paper, buy my roll joints papers, please. Has the dog jumped up yet?
No. But he's thinking about it. He's still looking at me. Yeah, is there much else to really know about this show or anything in?
No. I don't know when we'll
briefly look at the Wikipedia to kind of get some statistics about this match, about this show. I think I read it got 280k buys, which is still pretty decent. It's not as successful as the previous one, but ultimately for another ECW show, and to put it in faith with the like buys of the last show, it works quite well, The interest is still there. It's not necessarily at its peak, but you can see that this clearly drew a lot of eyes towards the debut on Sci-Fi, which happens the week after, or the Tuesday after. So, it was a big, like, yeah, ECW's fucking back. It's on Sci-Fi. Yeah. You know, it was a really good show to hype up the possible future. It's just a shame that some of the stuff they set up, some of it went some way, some of it went the other. Mostly talking about ECW Big Show, but in terms of, like, ECW Kurt Angle, who, he wasn't there for that long. And it felt like you could have built the whole fucking... You could have built the whole world around Kurt Angle at the time. But, we didn't actually talk about it. Obviously, the main interference is Edge comes and spears Cena, which helps Rob hit a 5-star frog splash on fucking Cena to win the belt. And yeah, in terms, as I said before, it did get 280,000 buys, and this is the last ECW One Night Stand that they produced.
Yep, and then it goes to One Night Stand 07, 08, and then it turns into Extreme Rules. So there's your little lore for it. I don't know when we'll do the first episode of ECW.
Probably in a week's time.
I would love to do it after this recording, but Ash will probably want to go get dinner.
Yeah, I'm good.
Even though it's only 45.
Yeah,
it's only 45 minutes. Calm down, mate.
This was good, but I'm not recording something else after this.
But it's going to be watching Walford content. Let's go.
I suppose a little like angle it happened is people are suggesting that at the time maybe Rob wasn't actually the official World WWE champion, because obviously Paul Heyman countered the pin. That was a little teaser. But how exactly do we tease the first edition of ECW on Sci-Fi?
In your head, zombie.
Ah, yes. You get the Sandman appearing. It's in the Hammerstein Ballroom. You have Kelly. Cheers, nice one, lads. Everybody. All you horn dogs out there gonna be like, oh, buddy, you talked about Extreme Exposure yet? You talked about Kelly yet? No. But we will in the first edition of actual ECW, and it'll just be it'll be the weekly format again. We're probably not going to change much. Obviously, the episodes will be a bit shorter than these, as we're not having to cover a whole pay-per-view. We'll likely cover the main shows that ECW are on. So, whatever the next pay-per-view is, if there's an ECW title match on there, probably be covering the whole show. And
even if an ECW guy is on it, we'll count it.
Maybe I don't know. It'll have to depend, I guess.
Because I definitely want to redo the one that Big Show gets Vince McMahon shoves his head or gets his head shoved up Big Show's ass. Because Big Show is world champion of ECW.
Oh, yes.
And obviously, Christmas content wise, I know I'm talking about this, even though this is coming out the first week of November. This is coming out this week. No, this is coming out on the 31st, so it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. We will also be covering. We'll also be covering December to Dismember. Now, it's not going to be in the order like you might expect. Oh, will you cover it?
It won't be in chronological order. There's a lot of episodes to get through. We're watching one episode a week, maybe two to double up, but we're still I think it'll just be a fun thing to cover December to December.
Dismember to Dismember.
We'll probably cover that at Christmas, because simply saying it's a fucking December pay-per-view. They don't happen. Or we won't. Unsure yet, but ultimately it'll return to the weekly format from here, and the episodes will be a bit shorter, but much the same. Not much difference in how we're going to cover it, so it should be normal. We're still working on the One More Match podcast. We're still working on the story arc podcast that will be Christian's world title reign in 2011. We're still working on it. We haven't recorded anything yet, but that should happen monthly, maybe bi-weekly. I don't know.
I would like to record it every second week so people don't have to wait. It just depends on whoever's editing it. Because me and you, when we edit, we just go, Ash, is this complete? Do I need to add anything? No, grand. I'll just upload it. You add a thumbnail. Bang. Yeah. So that's going to be it. Hopefully the podcast will be bi-weekly. We will have a third guest later. So if you want angry Irish noises, then angry Scottish noises, followed by Ash sat in the corner like, why is my child fighting with my dad, with my husband? Then you can appreciate that. Not my husband, my wife. Sorry. You can appreciate that because if you don't know our dynamic, me and Slater is Ash will just sit there behind like a camera. He'll just sit there like a child, and then Slater will say something like, "Oh, did you know that Roger Strong's the longest reigning ROH World Champion?" And then I'd be like, "If this who watches ROH? Peggy, how fucking dare you?" And Ash be like, "Guys,
fucking hell, lads."
I think Monty Brown was an alright wrestler. Shut up, Piggy. No one cares. My channel. It's my channel, Slater. I can do what I want.
But yes, I don't know. It's we're here, second week of recording it. This one may have been slightly less energy going into it. It's been a bit of a slow week for us. Been a bit of a chill one. Just trying to, not bite off more than we can chew. So ultimately, we're taking our time with it and trying to make sure that it's as enjoyable for us as it will be as a product for you. But there we are. Thank you for watching the second episode of WWE ECW. Probably call it the new breed, something like that. Or I don't know, some nonsense. But I have been Ash from One More Match, and I've been joined by Piggy.
I've been Piggy from One More Match. I'm just going to leave it as a joke at the end, and if you get the joke at the end,
he's fucking
congratulations.
there. You can see him. Look at him. He's the one who's interrupting the fucking recording. He's the fucking...
Look at it. Look at it.
He's... You
want to fucking start me? Come on. I'm going to leave something at the end as a joke. I've did it for 2 weeks in a row. It wasn't a joke at the start, and then I realized, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go on with it. So if you realise the joke, thank you. If you don't, I'm sorry, but you should. But you can follow us on our Watching Walford socials if you want to get in touch to suggest ideas for One More Match. Because I'm not going to create new socials to manage for fucking One More Match. I barely manage the Twitter for Watching Walford. I manage the Instagram account for Watching Walford. Do you think I'm going to manage a fucking One More Match Instagram profile? Might create a Threads profile for One More Match though, so you can follow us on Threads. But yeah, I've been Piggy from One More Match. Follow us on Twitter/X, Twitch and Instagram at One More Match or at Watching Walford. Shit, fuck, did I fuck that up? But Joey, stop staring at me. I know I fucked up. Leave me alone. I feel like you're gonna get assassinated. Like it's just gonna pull out a gun.
It's a red dot on the forehead.
Yeah.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
You can subscribe to us on YouTube at One More Match, and if you like our nonsense and you want to go and find us where our main platform is, sorry, this is not our main platform. You're only getting podcast. You're getting an ECW podcast, and you're getting fucking hopefully bi-weekly arc podcast. I don't know what to call the arcs.
Story
so
arcs,
yeah, story arcs.
I'm sure it'll be the podcast that will actually be called One More Match.
Yeah,
and
it'll be called the One More Match podcast.
Yes.
If you want to leave names for what you think this podcast should be called, please suggest them down below. I could ask ChatGPT, but I don't want to use AI. Maybe the New Breed, because that sounds like a fun name.
Yeah, it sounds like a good way to blend in the old with the new, And we can't exactly call it the Marcus Corvon section.
Not yet.
Or the Kevin Thorne. The Kevin Thorne's...
We could call it the MKT, Marcus Kevin Thorne podcast.
Yes, Joey's saying we need to wrap this podcast up.
He wants to go for it. He wants to get his dinner.
Exactly.
So yeah, So subscribe to us again on YouTube at One More Match. If you like our content, go over to Watching Walford, where you'll see us more regularly.
Yes.
Because basically, if you want to know how we record One More Match, it's basically it's Thursday after the podcast. Are you ready to watch 45 minutes of ECW and review it? And then Ash like, yeah, sure. So that's what we do, and you can stay tuned for next time.
Exactly. Thank you.
Blue, blah.
Blue, blah. Dog.